My Carnage welder is my go-to welder. You want to see how easy it is to get to?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
We've got the fastest deployable welder. A Carnage welder is a wire feed welder. It's basically batteries and everything inside of a box. It's quick deployment. Just take out the case, open it up, turn it on, and you're ready to start welding. No pulling batteries or getting cables out. It's literally 30 seconds and you're up and ready to weld.
It's very user-friendly, awesome penetration on the welds. The first weekend I was out with it, I had to use it, and it's the only reason I was able to complete the second course in my competition.
If you're ranching and farming, you have to have a Carnage welder in your tool bag.
If you're a hunter and you're off the grid, the Carnage welder is going to be a necessary tool.
You break, let's fix it. 10 minutes later, let's get back on the trail and let's try whatever you broke it on again.
I'm able to utilize that in so many different aspects of my life.
I always carry a Carnage welder as a part of my off-road gear.
Pack it wherever you need to, flip a switch, hook up a ground, and start welding. It's that simple.
We've chased checkered flags through dust, rocks, mud, and worse. We've crowned champions, racked up wins in places where tires go to die. And we're still just getting started. From hammering at hammers to Baja bangers. If it's brutal, beautiful, or just plain ridiculous, we're there. So whether you're bombing through the desert or just dodging potholes in rush hour, tread victoriously with Maxxis tires, built for whatever you're chasing.
You want to mute the...
Mute that real quick. Says we're muted there. All right. Hey, welcome to another WERock Wednesday here. As always, tonight's live is brought to you by Laser Nut for all of your laser cutting, forming, welding needs. Whether it's a small project or a big project, make sure you check out lasernut.com for all of your fabrication needs. Want to thank Maxxis Tires, Behemoth Drivetrain, Drive Shaft Specialist, Carnage Welders, Axle Helmets, Tire Right, Metal Cloak, Brannick Motorsports, Raceline Wheels, Spider Tracks Axles, and Crown Automotive for their support of our 2025 WERock season. So we are getting very, very close to the Good Evening Ranch kicking off the Eastern Series round number 1. So that is going to be super exciting. Before we jump into talking about that tonight, was going to bring up again the Reno, Nevada, the MoonRocks event, July 25th and 26th. That is a Friday and a Saturday. Yep. The information, I believe on the, where you buy your tickets, where it has the breakdown of the schedule and everything, that is correct. It was pointed out, I think Veronica, pointed out that the start time on the flyer is incorrect. So we will get that corrected this week and get that updated. But we want to thank Four Wheel Parts and Off-Road Warehouse for coming on to be our title sponsor for the MoonRocks event. And a huge shout out to Jesse Haynes Fabrication, who is going to help with the judging, all of our volunteers. So if you guys are interested in volunteering for any of our events, hit us up. But especially MoonRocks, we will need a ton of volunteers out there, and Harry Wagner and Jesse have been doing a great job at helping round those up. And Jesse is also making a donation to the Judges Tip Jar
Yeah, we were looking at, I think we were probably mid-20s have already pre-registered. Competitors for Reno, so expecting it to be, I mean, just massive with the amount of competitors, everyone coming out to compete. And so we're looking at doing a total of 8 sportsman courses on each day. So there will be 8 flights of sportsmen running. So, but we'll need even more judging, a little bit more coordination. But you know, you guys that are in the sportsman, you'll run your 4 courses like any other day. But there'll just be 8 flights running at the same time.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. I mean, the rocks there are phenomenal, so you'll be super stoked with what you have to work with out there. But some of the options that we've discussed is maybe doing Sportsman A and Pro Mod on their own set of courses, and Pro Trail and Unlimited on their courses, and then maybe Sportsman B and Sportsman C on a separate set of courses. So yeah, we'll kind of have to look at how we're going to break that down. A lot of that will be probably determined on the registration numbers, because obviously we want to make that event go as quickly and smoothly as possible. So before it gets too dark out there with
well, before it gets too late, it'll be nice to be dark and out of the sun in that desert sun.
Yeah, for sure.
So that'll, you know, once it does get dark, it will cool off quickly, I'm sure. So
yep,
that'll be nice to have that. But we just don't want to run too late into the night.
Yeah. So that one is going to be super cool. Just to be able to bring that that nighttime flavor into our West Coast series. So
Dayton, Tennessee has been a Friday, Saturday event for many years now.
Yeah, as long as I can remember, which is several days.
And that has been our only night event. And I mean, just an amazing atmosphere, the crowd, and everything that goes on with Dayton, Tennessee. We're adding fireworks. We just started that last year. We'll have that again this year. And so hopefully we can bring a little bit of that to the West Coast there at Reno, Nevada, at WERock. I mean, it's just, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, if I were to go east, or, you know, what's an event that you always like? I pretty much always tell them, hey, you know, if I were to come out to an East Coast event, I would do Dayton, Tennessee. If that was the only one to go to, Dayton, Tennessee. I mean, just the atmosphere is really what sells it for me. So hopefully, like I said, we'll bring that to Reno and give you guys a little taste. But obviously, if you want more, you'd have to come out to Dayton, Tennessee.
Yeah. And then moving on into the round 3 for the Eastern Series, we're going to be up at the Badlands Off-Road Park in Attica, Indiana. Ultra 4 is going to be up there this weekend. And so once we get kind of that worked out, we're working on revamping that quarry, and we're doing a completely one-off format for that one.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Interested to see how that plays out. But the coolest thing about that is, I mean, yes, it'll be a Friday night event, and it'll be a Saturday night event. It'll also be an all-day Saturday event.
Yeah.
But we're, you know, bringing the best out Saturday night. Last year at Grand Nationals in Farmington, New Mexico, we did that UTV shootout. I mean, just spectacular. Just UTVs jumping through gates. And, I mean, an amazing crowd. They brought up light towers from the cornhole tournament. So, I mean, you know, Grand National, such an amazing week with the fall crawl going on and everything. And then we got to use some of that and do that Saturday night UTV shootout. Well, we're bringing that to Saturday night at the Badlands. So Saturday night we would have the UTV shootout and the pro shootout. So, I mean, just the best show, 2 courses running, I don't know, 2-3 courses that we may be running right there Saturday night. And I mean, just it'll be exciting to have 2 shootouts going on with UTVs. I mean, putting on a great show as always. I mean, they just did, it was just amazing to watch. And then the shootout, where we take the top 3 pro teams in for one last chance.
Yep. Yeah, so that's going to be a really cool format. Looking forward to trying that one out as well. And I think combining that with the UTVs there, the Badlands Off-Road Park is a huge UTV area. It's the chat piles and everything there is perfect for UTVs.
Yeah, and I was already talking to somebody. Somebody I met via the video game. Like I joined a call, they were wheeling around, and there was 2 guys there that they had done more kind of some southern rock bouncing with the UTVs. And I was like, oh yeah, we'll be up in Indiana at the Badlands. So I'm like, we're gonna do a UTV event. And he's like, well, let me look this up. I sent him a few videos from New Mexico, and he's like, all right, I'll get it prepped. We're going. We'll be there. So I mean, it's just amazing to see, people who knows. I don't even know where they're from, whatever. And I sent them one video of the New Mexico UTV shootout, and they're like, I mean, it's not running right now, but we'll have it done for them. It'll be done.
Veronica said the UTV shootout in New Mexico was freaking awesome, and it was, V. That was a ton of fun, and we're looking forward to that being bigger and better this year as well.
Yeah, I think this year at New Mexico, I think it's gonna be. I mean, we didn't know what we were going into with that. I mean, I kind of moved some courses around, set it up. And then it was just like, there's supposed to be some guys in UTVs competing. All of a sudden we had, 6 or 7 competitors, and we told them how it worked. And then we took them to the first course. We walked the course, and it's like, well, this isn't actually the course we're starting on. Let's go over to the course we're going to start on. And we got over there, and they're like, do you know that we're in UTVs? Like, we can't do this. And that first guy went out there, no competition, seat time, never done it before, and just smoked that course with like a bone stock KRX.
Yeah.
And one after the other, it was just they just kept learning more and sending it harder and sending it harder. So I'm sure those guys had an amazing time, and I think it's definitely going to be a lot bigger this year, and we'll know what to look for and be more prepared. And
yeah, we'll get some information put out here pretty soon for round 3 there at the Badlands.
At the Badlands.
So we are definitely looking, try and get some informational stuff out there as well, but looking forward to making that part of our offering with WERock, and maybe pulling the UTV out of the standard rock crawling and just offering that UTV format. But
yep.
All right. Well, before we jump into the Good Evening Ranch coming up here in just a couple weeks, Bill is online. I don't know if are you friends with Bill on Facebook?
I think so.
So, buddy, we hope you are feeling better. Terrible accident. Absolutely insane. If you guys can keep Bill in your thoughts and prayers, as we normally do, anyways. We normally
Which accident is this? I don't.
So I'm not. I'll have to talk to Bill and find out for sure. But it looked like he was hit in the head with a very large I-beam.
Wow.
His eyeglasses are crushed underneath the I-beam, and he posted his skull fracture.
Wow.
So gonna have to do some surgery, and he's gonna get a metal plate. So that doesn't mean you can go harder, Bill. That means. And then also want to say hi to our title sponsor for Baghdad, Flying High Off-Road. So Thank you guys for tuning in as well. Steve Allard's on with us tonight. I think I saw Tammy Brassanini on, so thank you guys for jumping on. I just walked in the door a few minutes ago from the airport. I just got back from Mexico. I did not get burnt on anything that a shirt has exposed, but everything that's not covered by a shirt is very, very burnt right now. So, but I had a wonderful couple days in Mexico, celebrating some family, and that was super cool. But it is time now to really put the pedal down and start pushing hard to get us on the road to West Virginia.
Yep.
So the Good Evening Ranch, incredible place.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, you get to be up there at the ranch. There's horses around, goats, donkeys. What a cool area there in West Virginia. I mean, we'd always traveled out east, to Roush or Dayton, Tennessee, and it was completely different to go to West Virginia.
Yeah.
I mean, just amazing scenery and an amazing place to wheel, some amazing rocks, and we get to put on our Eastern Round 2 there at the Good Evening Ranch.
Yeah. So one of the great things about the ranch is, everything's meticulously manicured. The grass is very nice. There's white picket fence everywhere. But they also have full RV hookups. I will get some information on that. I wasn't able to get a call back from Matt today with traveling, but he's going to get me some information tomorrow as to how many of the cabins are left and how many campsites are left. Those are all through the ranch there, so if you want to check out the Good Evening Ranch website or get a hold of Matt and get that your sites booked there. As always, if you are competing and you do not want hookups, those are provided at no cost for any WERock competitors. However, if you want to go participate in the trail rides at the park, that does come. You will have to cover the park fees to do so if you want to spend a day out running the trails, which I would highly recommend. It is a very, very cool place. So, Christian says West Virginia has the prettiest event poster. And I don't disagree. I know Jesse really loves Jesse Haynes loves the flames and the fire and explosions.
Provided at all WERock events.
Yes.
Just like he loves.
We didn't have any music. Yes,
yeah.
Yes, I know. So, we've got a couple of things that we're working on. Well, we'll jump into that in a minute. We've got some things that we need to get ironed out for the end of the season. So as the pace picks up, especially on the eastern side, that's going to be super cool. As some things that we're putting together for the rest of the season. But Good Evening Ranch. Spectator tickets are available right now if you buy them online. And I believe it is WERock 25E1 for the Eastern Series Round 1 discount code. Ashley says they plan on riding that following Monday and Tuesday. So if you guys want to stick around and get out with Ashley and Lee.
From Texas, the newest Pro Trail team, they had some issues in Texas. What was it, a broken bell housing?
Yeah, they definitely fought some. Lee put a lot of work into kind of making that car his own.
Yep.
It turned out great, but it still had some new car.
I mean, that was the first event out. and it had some bugs to work out. So hopefully they've got that ironed out and are ready to hit the Pro Trail event of Good Evening Ranch.
Yeah. And I'll give a shout out to Scott. Scott jumped on here and said what's up as well. So thank you guys for jumping online with us. And we are on YouTube as well. And I'll mention that here in a little bit as well. We'll come back on the YouTube deal, just because it's got some weird stuff with the live. So anyways, that is always super fun. We will run the standard format there. The event will start at 10 a.m., drivers meeting at 9, judges meeting at 8 a.m. On Saturday. So anybody that has the ability to come out, we are always looking for volunteers, and we always have the volunteer tip jar. So any of our teams, vendors or sponsors or anybody.
More of the wind spinners that Maine off-road.
Mo, yep. TJ.
Yep, TJ Tanner. He cut out some beautiful WERock wind spinners. We've been giving
we
those
may
away,
have
but
to.
I
don't know if I saw him on here live tonight. I will. I'll send him a message and see if he would be interested in making some more of those super cool wind spinners.
Yep, but we were giving those out to volunteers. We may have to do some more. And then every event you volunteer judge at, you get entered into a chance to win a set of Raceline wheels at the end of the year.
Yeah. And we have not talked about that really a whole lot this season. Like, we've just had so much stuff going on. It's we forget to talk about the Raceline wheels giveaway for all of our volunteers. So if you come out and volunteer at 6 events, you have 6 attempts to win a set of Raceline wheels. Who did we pick last year? It was Colorado.
Yep. Teal YJ. Clint Kressler,
Clint.
His son.
Yes.
Garrett Kressler. He judged in Baghdad. He usually, I think that was maybe the only event he judged at. He usually judges Baghdad and also Grand Nationals, I think.
Yeah.
But I think they were actually driving at Grand Nationals. But they got picked out of the random draw and to win the Raceline wheels.
Yeah, which was super cool that it went to a competitor, that had their extra crew and that jump in and help judge to make the event go as smooth as we possibly can.
Yeah, so. And then hopefully his Jeep that he'll get up to run those Raceline wheels in his Jeep and Sportsman B as well.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's something else that is very unique to West Virginia. Veronica, the Barefoot Racing, they are headed to the lake in the area to find the big waterfalls to jump off, the big cliffs and all that stuff down there. Caleb and I did we jumped off a pretty good cliff. I swear that thing was 30 feet tall. Might have been 14,
may have been
12.
It was under 20.
Yeah, I was, no.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
I think I've fallen off of bigger rocks, but I was in a roll cage and harness.
Yeah.
I also just closed my eyes and then I was just on for the ride.
Yeah.
I didn't willingly fall off of the rock.
Yeah, well, I think that probably explains our podium placement in that particular scenario. But so there's so many cool things, and one of the cool things for me, our first time going to West Virginia is we actually went to Charleston.
I didn't get to go to Charleston.
Yeah, your flight was delayed, but we still went to Charleston to pick you up, and you did not.
I never showed up.
You stood us up. Yeah.
Yeah. I was stuck in
DC.
DC.
Did you fly into Annapolis, I think, maybe? I don't know.
I flew from Kansas City to Washington, D.C.
Okay, so you were...
And then...
And Cam had to come get you.
And then I did not make it to D.C. in time to make my flight to Charleston, and the only other option was the next day. and then it was either leaving at 9 a.m. to get in at like 4 p.m. or I would leave at 9 p.m. and get in at 10. So thankfully Cam Beasley with Crazy Cruiser Motorsports drove up like an hour and a half away from his place.
Picked you up in the middle of the night.
At like 11 p.m. he left to come up and get me. And
I think he already had his pajamas on, so.
And then he brought me to the Good Evening Ranch the next day, so I got to drive in from that way, but I did not get to fly into Charleston, so I came in on the opposite side.
Yeah, but it was way cool. The drive to come up the river from Charleston up to Summersville was absolutely incredible. So it's not super, I wouldn't say tow rig friendly in any way, but if you have the opportunity to come up through that way, it's pretty breathtaking. So Nick Alone says Google Map Pirates Cove, and he said that's the spot if you are interested in hitting the lake with the fun stuff there. So I know Nick and those guys usually come up and spend a number of days up there as well. So it is. I'm really excited to kick off the Eastern Series. We haven't. Yeah. It's just kind of a weird year. I mean, everything. We try to beat the heat out on the western side, and we try and beat the rain by waiting later in the year on the eastern side. So I don't know if more than likely it's going to be what it's going to be. That's what's going to happen. So hope for a good window there for the weekend, and if not, I mean, it was still a blast. We had some pretty good rain last year, and it was still an absolute blast there. So,
for sure.
What are your thoughts on courses? Do you have? I know one of the things that like WERock, they love using that notch back there,
notch.
The friction notch
in honey hole. Is that right?
Yeah, because the other one's keyhole, so that's honey hole.
So friction notch, I think I'm going to look at doing a bonus line through there. So that'll be interesting. It's a pretty gnarly line. I think it's a little bit deceiving. I think it may actually look a little bit harder than it may be.
Yeah.
I know it's a pretty common trail line. A lot of the hardcore wheelers out there run it. But you put a helmet, you put a 10-minute timer on there, and that all changes.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could take 10 minutes just to work your way through that one obstacle.
That's the tricky part.
Hopefully we can get up in there a little bit with the excavator, where Cam took that terrible tumble last year. See if we can kind of arrange that a little bit to, have some different lines available up and down through that section too. So that'll be exciting.
Oh yeah. Well, one thing I was going to kind of brainstorm on, who's going to be in West Virginia?
Oh. Ooh, I don't know. I know there's at least one team that's coming.
Well, that's good.
That's,
I'm glad there's one team.
But I don't think that's public knowledge yet. So I don't think I've...
Well, I know the Melchners. They did post.
Yep, that they are coming.
So we may have a graduation ceremony as well.
So we'll have little Charlie and
we'll have them walk
Danny
walk the podium.
Yeah.
Walk
up and over. Maybe we could print out a diploma of hard rocks.
A very hard rock. And then just give them a rock.
Yeah, here's a rock.
Wham!
But Danny Benner also
graduated.
Graduating.
Which he's already graduated, where Charlie is skipping his graduation to come to West Virginia to compete. I mean, that just tells you how dedicated he is, probably mostly to that first place trophy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. He's super competitive. Rich. Oh my gosh.
So we will have Meltzer Motorsports out with their 2 unlimited cars. Danny Benner, Dale Stotler. So there's 4 unlimited teams right there. Steve Marcourt, I'm assuming, Haven't heard anything, but he was.
I know he was working on his car, asking questions about some possible resolutions for the throttle pedal that's been plaguing him since he's got that car.
Last year at Texas.
Yeah.
So it's been over a year, and every time he comes out and competes, something happens where he needs the throttle, and he's over there, and you can see him. He puts that foot all the way down, and then the power comes on. Like the motor, it lags like 5 seconds behind the actual throttle. Of course, that drive-by-wire Ecotech, I think, is in there. Yeah. Has been fought before by multiple.
So Eric says Steve isn't going to make it. He has to work. So that's a bummer. And then Eric, I don't know if
that just sounds like there's a car available.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So somebody.
Eric, I don't know if what you're doing is public knowledge yet either. Let me know if you want to talk about that, and we could speculate as to what Eric is driving in West Virginia as well. The Barefoot Motorsports crew will be there. But yeah, so
We'll
Craig Allen.
The Crazy Cruiser Motorsports as well. They're Cam Beasley in that 386 Fab single seat Jesse Haynes car, along with Rich Earnhardt.
Yep.
In the Pro Trail. Yep. In that Toyota. Trail.
Yeah, that's the old Kevin Reimer.
Kevin Reimer's.
James Dunham.
Ryan Maxfield.
Maxfield.
It's been around originally as a Pro Mod. James Dunham had Jonas Burnett put the rear steer on it, and since then it's been in that Pro Trail class.
I think Eric says people have been talking. V says nope.
So we will also, I mentioned earlier, the Lee and Ashley Hole from Texas making the drive up to run in that Pro Trail class. I've been talking to somebody as well. I'm sure he probably doesn't care, but he hasn't said anything. And it also may rain, and he may just pack up, go home, because who knows. But we may have a wild card in there coming from the East Coast that could mix up Pro Trailer Unlimited. We don't know.
Yeah.
He hasn't decided.
Either way, I'm super excited about that one. So that wild card there could be a ton of fun. Incredible driver, and will definitely mix things up there for sure. I just messaged Craig Allen to see if he was still coming. He is going to swing by. Actually, I haven't asked him yet. So Craig, if you're watching, hopefully he will be bringing the Laser Nut trophies out with him. But Craig Allen planning on making the trek all the way out.
If you're not coming out to compete, if you could at least deliver the trophy still.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's only, 30 hours?
Yeah, it's insane.
All the way from Southern California.
Brent says no secrets. And Rich, Big Rich, asked if Bill can wear his helmet. That would have been nice. So, just let you know, Bill, that you are definitely in our thoughts and prayers. So hopefully you can get healed up quick, buddy. That looks absolutely insane, and I cannot believe that you're posting on Facebook and
watching Facebook,
watching WERock. So I hope you get healed up quick, buddy.
I'm sure we have probably a massive field of sportsmen coming out to compete.
Yep.
I don't think any pro mods.
Yeah, I don't know of any pro mods for West Virginia.
So maybe some Sportsman B guys. That may be your chance to step up into pro mod and make your own pro mod field there.
Yeah. What? If so, you've got a buggy that fits Sportsman B. What do you need to have to make the transition into pro mod?
Yeah, for pro mod, you know, you're on the big courses, so you need all of the safety. You need the fire suit, you need the window net, you need a driver's side panel. You need to make sure if you take a roll, you know, it goes from, you know, being a pretty small course with the chance of a flop to definitely a chance of a full rollover on the pro side. So you need to make sure you can keep inside the vehicle. That's where the window net, that driver's side panel, the fire suit, and then all of your standard tech.
Which if you're passing Sportsman B, you've got all that stuff anyways if you're running Sportsman B. So yeah.
So, you know, Pro Mod.
V might run Pro Mod.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of pot stirring coming out of the barefoot.
I know they've always talked about it, but the Rons, they
I believe the Rons.
They might finally.
They're gonna be there as far as I know,
and they may run in Pro Mod. We'll see.
Yeah. That'd be a perfect opportunity for sure.
Yeah.
So get that buggy up on on the podium
maybe even
there.
John Sherwin. He's got that that Samurai, but hey, why not? I mean, it's gonna be some Sportsman rigs would have to step up, and why not put a window net on, get a fire suit, and you'll be ready for the next buggy even.
Jeremy Graham.
Oh, the Samurai
should run
on
in
39s.
Pro Mod.
Leaf sprung under.
Is it 39s?
I think it's 39s.
I don't think so.
Because I don't think it actually fits in Sportsman C because of the 39s.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'd have to look. I don't remember if it's 37s or 30. I mean, either like a 39 is a massive tire on that Samurai.
Oh no. Lewis says they were planning on it, but someone crashed her car in Delta, so that's a bummer.
Yeah, that was a hard hit from Charlene coming off of the big, what is it they call that, the Matterhorn?
Matterhorn, yeah.
I know Caitlin Bourne rolled off of that the same way, and I know the entire chassis was tweaked. I mean, from roof down to the rocker bar there.
Yeah.
So I know it's book says 37, so
yeah, I think it's on 37. He's one up from Tim Hardy in his Samurai, which is only on 35s because that was the requirement.
Which I mean, he would
for Ultimate Adventure.
I mean, he's won every Sportsman B, so maybe we should just tell him to run Pro Mod. I mean,
how cool would that be to have that Samurai first place Pro Mod?
He probably still would be first place in that Samurai. If you know Jeremy Graham.
That dude can wheel. He knows that car so well, too.
I will say that it does get bigger on that pro side, and those that spring under might become.
You think that would push him to meet his match there?
It might. That you do still need some tires touching on the ground.
Yeah,
but he does pretty much all the bonuses on the Sportsman side.
Veronica says no. Jeremy will kick her ass. It could be fun. Yeah. I think that would be a fun battle. Like they just work that car so well. It's way beyond what it should be. But that's what those Samurais do.
Oh yeah. So there's maybe we'll see some Sportsman guys stepping up into the Pro Mod, and maybe we'll see that continued. Because Dayton, Tennessee, if you run Pro Mod there in West Virginia, Dayton, Tennessee, Indiana, you go for the Pro Mod Eastern Championship right there.
Yep. So that could.
That's all you need.
As always, yeah, exactly.
You just have to go to 3 different places and run well.
Yeah.
That easy, right?
It's that easy. All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and kind of wrap things up. But those of you that are watching on YouTube, once we end the live video, it does switch over to private, and so it kind of disappears until it gives us the opportunity to publish that video.
Either way, so. I mean, even Facebook, it'll go down and re-upload on the site. So either way, both of them will go up.
Yeah,
to watch later tonight.
The Facebook lives. Those go through, are those just 7 days now? I believe that these videos will stay up for 7 days on Facebook before they are deleted as well.
Will be on YouTube. So any past lives, any past event lives, West Virginia from last year, I think is even on YouTube, or Texas, everything. Baghdad this year is not on YouTube, as that was just done on Facebook. But Cedar City is also up there, and I mean, I feel like we've just been doing better and better with the events lives, so definitely go check them out if you, I mean, it is still rock crawling, like 4 hours of rock crawling, but you do get to listen to Woody Swearingen, who ran the live feed in Cedar.
Yep, with rockcrawler.com.
Yep, so that's, I mean, you can really learn a lot even from that.
Yes.
That's a good, he's very knowledgeable, and he says what they're doing wrong most of the time.
Yeah.
He will point that out, and but that means that you can watch it and maybe learn something.
Yeah. So also a huge shout out to Woody for helping out with those West Coast events. Maybe we'll get him out to Dayton, Tennessee. That would be would be a fun trip as well.
When's Crandon from there?
Ooh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the timing on the big house race there. That would be cool. So one of the things that I was going to mention in our sponsored thank yous, Carnage Welders. We will have a Carnage Welder with us for the rest of the events. So any event that the Carnage crew there is not on site for, we will still have the ability for you guys to come use the Carnage Welders to keep your rig on course and competing for the weekend. So a huge shout out to Carnage Welders, and if you don't have one for yourselves, make sure if you want, you can let us know. We'll be happy to get you in touch with them as well. But you can find them on Facebook and the internet at Carnage Welders. So huge shout out to those guys. Really appreciate their support. As always, thank you to Cody Wagner with LaserNut for tonight's WERock Wednesday coverage. Maxxis tires, whether for work or play, tread victoriously with Maxxis tires, whether it's a bicycle,
airplane,
trailer
car,
tires, car, truck,
SUV,
motorcycle. They've got it. So next time you guys need tires, please let them know that WERock sent you and that you want a great set of those Maxxis tires. With that said, we are working on trying to get some of the 40-inch sticky razors available for our sportsman class competitors. They are available now. The cost is $600 a tire. If you guys are interested in those, let me know and I can get you some of those 40-inch razors as well. Try and get you hooked up with Maxxis tires. But Behemoth Drivetrain, drive shaft specialist of San Antonio. Axle helmets, we will have those available in West Virginia, and we'll have those. We should have them the rest of the season as well. Obviously, with that brand new DOT helmet coming out, we went through a lot of those very quickly in Texas, and we've been kind of struggling to get quick shipping without weird issues. I don't know.
You mean that our Arizona shipment finally showed up, like wherever they got lost?
I think we were in Cedar.
Well, he brought them.
So they were just before Cedar.
Yeah.
That the Arizona, the February order got lost. So
Axel sent them out, had it dated for like Friday for the event. Like that's as quickly as we could get it, and it didn't show up for like a couple months. But
it went on a tour, went on a ride.
Aaron Armstrong brought it up and ran in Cedar, and we were able to get those helmets for Cedar.
Yeah. Tire Right, Metal Cloak suspension, Brannick Motorsports, Raceline wheels, Spider Tracks Off-Road, and Crown Automotive. But Good Evening Ranch, make sure you guys get your tickets early if you need to buy spectator tickets. WERock 25 E1 is the discount code to save 20% on tickets. And well, coming up on the 21st and 22nd. Also, your camping reservations, if you would like RV hookups or you would like a cabin, make sure to reach out to the ranch on that. But if you are competing in WERock, your primitive camping is at no charge. So huge shout out to Matt and Bobby and the entire crew there at the Good Evening Ranch. We're so excited to hit the road and get out there. So with that, thank you guys for tuning in, and please join us next Wednesday, and make sure you hit up any of the any questions or anything that you guys might have. You know, hit us in Messenger, hit us on email, give us a call, whatever we can do to help. We're here to help make your WERock experience as fun and exciting as possible. So with that, thanks to Laser Nut. We will see you guys next Wednesday.
My Carnage welder is my go-to welder. You want to see how easy it is to get to?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
We've got the fastest deployable welder. A Carnage welder is a wire feed welder. It's basically batteries and everything inside of a box. It's quick deployment. Just take out the case, open it up, turn it on, and you're ready to start welding. No pulling batteries or getting cables out. It's literally 30 seconds and you're up and ready to weld.
It's very user-friendly, awesome penetration on the welds. The first weekend I was out with it, I had to use it, and it's the only reason I was able to complete the second course in my competition.
If you're ranching and farming, you have to have a Carnage welder in your tool bag.
If you're a hunter and you're off the grid, the Carnage welder is going to be a necessary tool.
You break, let's fix it. 10 minutes later, let's get back on the trail and let's try whatever you broke it on again.
I'm able to utilize that in so many different aspects of my life.
I always carry a Carnage welder as a part of my off-road gear.
Pack it wherever you need to, flip a switch, hook up a ground, and start welding. It's that simple.